Sorry, I got cut off on that last video. I wasn't quite done with my problem yet. So let me just recap this one. So a literal equation has multiple variables, really minimal numbers in it. Normally, these are formulas, and what we're asked to do is solve for a different variable that's not already isolated. So this says that area is equal to the height times base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2. And I'm solving for B1, so I highlighted it, base sub 1, first base. So first thing I see is that the entire expression is divided by 2. So I multiply by 2 on both sides, leaving me with 2a is equal to h times the quantity of base 1 plus base 2. I see that I'm multiplying by h here, so that's why I'm dividing by h on both sides. H and h are going to cancel, leaving me with 2a divided by h is equal to the first base plus the second base. Last, I'm solving for b sub 1. So I'm solving for base 1, which is right here. What operation is happening between base 1 and base 2? Well, base 1 and base 2 are being added together. So that means to get base 1 by itself, I can subtract base 2 from both sides. So it's this fraction subtracting base 2. So 2a over h minus base 2 is equal to base 1. And that is my answer. 5b. We have area is equal to big B plus half times P times L. So what I'm going to do is solve for P. So I'm solving for P. P is right here. All right. So again, just like I'm solving an equation, I've got to do order of operations backwards. So the first thing I see is a positive b, so I'm going to be subtracting b. So I have a minus b is equal to half, I guess I can make that a 2, times p times l. If I want to get rid of a 1 over 2, the opposite, of course, is 2 over 1. So I will be multiplying both sides by 2 over 1. I want to multiply the whole thing by 2. So that is 2 times a minus b is equal to p times l. Last thing, again, I'm solving for p. So how do I get rid of l? How do I get p isolated? I divide by l on both sides. So p is equal to 2 times a minus b divided by l. Number 6, translate the following sentence into an equation. So a number r divided by 14 is 6. A number r divided by 14 is 6. The difference of a number w and 7, so a number w and 7, is equal to twice the sum of 3 and a number c. Okay, 7. We have variables on both sides again, but no distributive property. So all we need to do is start by moving our variables to the left side. I think I'm going to stay with this lime green. I like it. Okay, moving our variables to the left side of the equation. So this 3m is positive. That means I need to subtract from both sides. 5m minus 3m is 2m. I see a minus 7, so the inverse of subtracting 7 is, of course, adding 7. So I have 2m is equal to 15. And then I see I multiply by 2, so I'm going to, whoa, why is it so thick? That's okay. Divide by 2, and m is equal to 15 halves. Oh, hello. No need to make a mixed number or anything or turn into a decimal. 15 halves is a perfectly acceptable answer. It's a fraction in lowest terms. Same thing over here with 7b. I'm going to move my variables again to the left. So I have a positive 5a, so I'm going to subtract 5a. Negative 2a minus 5a is negative 7a. I see plus 2, so the opposite would be to subtract 2. Negative 7a is equal to 7. Divide by negative 7, and a is negative 1. Don't forget, you can divide by negative numbers, and you should, in order to isolate that variable. So if a is being multiplied by negative 7, that means you do need to divide by negative 7. I see a lot of people dividing by negative 7a. You don't want to divide by the a. You want to leave the a so it's isolated. You want to get rid of that coefficient by dividing. Okay, find the perimeter of a rectangle with a length of half x plus 5 and a width of 6 plus 2x. So I'm going to draw myself a little picture. Here's my rectangle. So if my length is half x plus 5 and my width is 6 plus 2x, or the other way around, it really doesn't matter. I know that these two are the same and these two sides are the same. So perimeter means I'm going to add up all the sides. So I have a half x plus 5 up here as well. And I have a 6x, or no, it's not 6x. It's 6 plus 2x. That's different. Where's my blue pen? Blue pen. 6 plus 2x. So if I add them all up, a half x plus a half x, all my like terms, plus 2x plus 2x. That total is 5x. A half plus a half is a whole, plus 2x plus 2x. Then I'm also going to add up my constants. Well, that doesn't work. Do blue highlighter. Can I do blue highlighter? Didn't I write in blue? That might not work. Yeah, probably not. Green highlighter? There we go. So 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 6 is going to give me 5 plus 5 is 10, 6 plus 6 is 12, so that's 22. Perimeter. All right, same thing over here. There is my rectangle. My length is 3g minus 1, which makes this also 3g minus 1. And then this is 2g plus 9, which again makes this 2g plus 9. So adding up my sides again, my like terms, I have 3g and 3g and 2g and 2g. So 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus another 2 is 10. So that's 10g. And then adding up my constants, negative 1 and negative 1, plus 9 plus 9. Well, 9 plus 9 is 18, minus 1 gives me 16. Okay, big problem right here in number 9. Do not, under any circumstances, do 2 minus 2 or 2 minus 5. No. We have to eliminate our parentheses. Oh, what is going on? We need to first eliminate our parentheses before we start solving. Always eliminate your parentheses. So using our distributive property. So this becomes, this 2 just copies right down. Now we distribute negative 2 times W and negative 2 times positive 3. Now we can combine like terms. So my like terms are going to be right here. Positive 2 and negative 6. 2 minus 6 is negative 4. Add 4 to both sides. Negative 2w is equal to 16. Divide by negative 2, and w is negative 8.